You're right.
Okay. Take what, like 4?
Drinking chocolate's nice.
Hello and welcome back. I hate you.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
I've already said that like 4 times, so I'm not going to say it again. I'm just going to jump into it. We're back in our wonderful production crew of one's room because I actually read most of the book here and also the lighting was pretty okay. So I have The Eye of the Prophet this week by Kahlil Gibran, and a little bit of background. He was born in Lebanon. As I said in my last video, he's been compared to William Blake. He's a poet, a philosopher, so this kind of falls under the whole nonfiction thing because it's not explicitly fiction. So I just thought it was a really interesting book. I was gifted it a few years ago and I just never picked it up until this week, and I was really pleasantly surprised by what I found in it. So it's a really short book. It's only 100 and some pages, and all of the little sections are pretty short. I don't think any of the sections are longer than 4, maybe 5 pages, and they're all kind of either poems or philosophical quandaries, that sort of thing. So I'm going to read a couple because I really like them, and also I haven't done that in a while. So this first one is actually the second section in the book, and it's called A Winged Word, and I just really enjoyed it. It says, "There is within me a friend who consoles me every time that troubles overwhelm me and misfortunes afflict me. The man who does not feel friendship toward himself is a public enemy, and he who finds no confidant within himself will die of despair. For life streams out of man's inner self, and in no way from what surrounds him. I have come in order to say one single word, and I shall say that word today. But if death were to prevent me from doing so, then it will be said tomorrow. For tomorrow will leave no secret in the book of eternity. I have come in order to live in the glory of love and in the light of beauty. On this earth I live, and no one can drive me away from the spheres of life. If my eyes are torn, I shall feel joy as I listen to the songs of love and the melodies of beauty. And if my ears are cut off, I shall feel pleasure in touching the upper air, in the sighs of lovers and the fragrance of beauty. And finally, if my mouth is stopped, I shall live with my soul, for the soul is the daughter of love and beauty. I have come into this world with a purpose, to be for everyone and with everyone. And that which I accomplish today in solitude, the masses will form into its echo tomorrow. What is spoken today by one heart alone will be spoken tomorrow by thousands of hearts." And so a lot of them are just like that, and it's just very inspiring, and it makes you think, and it's just, there's a real beauty in the simplicity of what Gibran believes and what he says. Like, another one that I really like is when he's talking about faith, and he says, "Is faith not the sense of the heart, just as the sight is the sense of the eye?" And it's just all these little questions and sort of anecdotes, but not really, where he's just thinking through different aspects of life and almost posing them to the reader to see, do you agree, do you not? But it's not like Machiavelli or Kant or any of those other really mainstream big philosophers who are saying, this is what I think and this is why I should think it too. It's more, this is my perspective. And there are even a couple of sections where the title is literally, you have your whatever the thing is, and I have mine. And I think that's just really unique because I don't know a whole lot about philosophy, but I feel like from what I do know, a lot of philosophers are kind of just shoved into different categories of what they think, but they don't really, even though they're constantly questioning, it's almost like I feel as though they don't give their readers the opportunity to question them. So I really like that about Gibran, because it was very welcoming, and it wasn't necessarily straightforward, but it was definitely very emotional and raw to read it in its own way. So yeah, I really enjoyed the book. Like I said, it's pretty short. I finished it very quickly. And I think it's a good stepping stone into alternative lines of thinking. So whether you're interested in philosophy, or maybe you're interested in going back a few weeks to like Buddhist thought with the 49 Buddhas that I read, or really just anything else, I think this is a really good stepping stone to opening your perspective in general about a lot of different things about life. So that's all I have for The Eye of the Prophet. I really enjoyed it. I really think that you'll enjoy it. And I mean, it's not super high level complicated, so I think it's pretty applicable for most people. So for my next book, I am cheating a little bit because I looked and I looked and I looked and I could not find a physical book anywhere. So I have an audiobook. Yes, this is my speaker, but I don't have a better way to show you my audiobook because I listen to it on my phone. So next week, I will be looking at Ayoade's On Top by Richard Ayoade. He is a British comedian. He was on the show The IT Crowd, which is on Netflix. You should definitely check it out if you don't have anything to do, which you probably have some free time because quarantine life. It's pretty funny. So far, I'm liking the book. It's, as he describes it, it's a book about a collection of journeys. So it's the journey of a movie with Gwyneth Paltrow called The View from Up Top. It's a journey, the journey of his life. It's the journey of him watching the movie and just kind of other things in between. So far I really like it, and I'm excited to talk to you about it next week. And that's all I have. So thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again. Thanks!